Yep. Coming down to the home stretch right now. So, um, glad you're hanging in. Got the light ring, got the lighting, the camera. We're all good. We're all focused. T looks good still. Shoes are intact. Let's go ahead and roll with it. Number 34 in the entire sneaker profiles library. But in all reality, when it comes to this specific series, we are on number 4. You guys seen the thumbnail, so you guys know what's coming. Ladies, know you know what's coming. Shout out to the ladies for coming in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, ladies. Continue to share the content with your girlfriends. If you have boyfriends, share the content with them. Fellas, share it with your boys. Let's get this channel up and rolling right now. May 22nd, we have 115 subscribers, which is amazing. We are 115 strong. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Continue to bless the channel with your view, with your time, just like you are doing right now. If you guys are new, you guys barely tuning in, or if you guys just slowly trickling in as far as tuning in, I appreciate you coming through, but hit that subscribe button. Show your boy some love. The Floyd Chavez channel, sneaker profiles, the sneaker factory right here. I am the freaking Willy Wonka of this, and god damn it, I wish I had some Oompa Loompas. But shout out though to appreciate for each and every one of you, like I said, for tuning in. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hit that reminder button because you know what? We all have busy lives. I have a busy life, so I know for sure you have busy lives. Hit that reminder button to remind you not to forget about me. I'd appreciate that. Also, just going through all this spiel right now, but like I said, drop your comments. If you guys have really nothing to say, just put your name down there so at least I know you're present. You guys are know I know that you guys are paying attention, and I'll give you guys a shout out. So I appreciate you. Like I always say, I do have an Instagram. If you guys are not going over there and following me, I appreciate you. Follow me on there. Build me up in that algorithm. Build me up in Instagram. Build me up here. Watch all my videos. Watch those shorts. They're only 16 seconds long. They have some good music to them, I think. So tune into those. If you guys have any music requests, drop your music, title your song, and I'll try to play it with this shoe that makes sense to that song. I hope you guys are enjoying those, ladies. I hope you're enjoying those as well. I appreciate you for tuning in. Shout out really quick. Simply Ravishing Right. Got the Georgetown Vintage Tee, single stitched. Got the blue denim. So not much going on as far as anything crazy, but always repping that vintage, that those old schools back in the late 80s, early 90s. Just take me back to my childhood. So definitely always supporting that. Shout out to Georgetown. But let's go on to this shoe. So this shoe, I never owned it when it originally came out. And I'm going to give you a history like I always do on the shoe, but also give you a history on what I remember about this shoe in particular when I was going to school. So this shoe will always remind me of high school. I remember one of my friends during that time period, we were playing freshman baseball. A group, or I mean, we all knew each other, right? We all went to school with each other. But I remember this shoe in particular. My friend had it, and he loved this shoe. I mean, this shoe was, I want to say it was like $150, $180 shoe back then in the '90s. So that was crazy expensive. The Nike Air Pippen one, classic iconic shoe. But that at that time that was when it originally came out. It wasn't a retro, so my friend got it. I remember he was happy, he was excited. We, like I say, we all played on the same team. We all went to practice. We all got dressed in the locker rooms together. I remember someone broke into his locker. They stole his shoe. I remember this very vividly. And the funny thing is, like, not too much later on down the time, I can't tell you the length of time because it was so long ago. But my other friend on the team came with the same shoe. Very very ironic when that happened. I remember my friend was like, they're both my friends. So the one that his shoe got stolen, he was wondering if, this guy stole it. He could never, never make if he did or not. I remember he checked my friend's shoe. My other friend that came with it later on, he said, "Oh yeah, it's not. These are, they're not the same shoe." I don't know. I never asked my other friend if he stole them or not. It was, alleged that he could have, he may have. I don't know. But it was so funny though because later on, my friend actually sold, my other friend, the one that got his shoe stolen, that shoe back. So, I'm not sure. I don't remember the exact amount of money that was exchanged for the shoe, but he ended up buying it from my friend that actually came with it later on. So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows if it was stolen and then resold to him. So who knows? I feel bad for the guy. I won't mention names in case they ever watch this, but it was just a classic high school story. I'm glad that never happened to me. So um, thank God for that. So let's go ahead and go on to that shoe. That was just a little brief history of the shoe. Um, so I actually own this shoe. I never, like I said, I didn't own it when it originally came out, the Nike Air Pippen one, but I did get the retro. So this retroed actually a few times now. This retroed back, originally came out in 1997. So, I was in high school at that time. Uh, I remember seeing the shoe. Like I said, my friend had it. I was like, man, that's a crazy shoe. It was huge though, right? It was a very big shoe. It still is. It still is a very big, wide shoe. I had skinny legs, so it didn't make any sense for me to wear this. I still have skinny legs, so this is a really hard wear, but it was a classic shoe that I really wanted to have in the collection. So I bought it when it first retroed. So it originally first retroed in 2008. And then I bought it. I wore it a few times and I just realized like I just didn't like the way it looked on me. Skinny legs, um, hard shoe to wear. So I sold it. I let go of it, and then, like I said, like normally how what all happens with sneakerheads, especially myself, I realized, man, I really wanted this shoe again. So when it came back out, I was trying to look for a 2008 pair. I waited, I couldn't find anything, especially that was a good amount of money because it was a very expensive shoe. It even says the weight in the feed that I'm reading, but it's 20 ounces, so it's freaking heavy. I don't know how Pippen wore this shoe back in the 90s and actually played basketball in this. It's a heavy shoe. If you guys have this shoe, you guys know what I'm talking about. But it re-retroed in 2015, and this is the re-retroed pair of the Pippen. This is the 2015 model. So there you have it. That's a little bit of backstory. So like I said, so this was, let me show you a close up. So this is the Nike Air Pippen 1, was the first signature sneaker named for Scottie Pippen. So this is his first sneaker. Like Penny Hardaway, Pippen wore various models before actually having his shoe named after him. So here you go. So this was the first Pippen. This was released back, like I said, in 1997. And the designer behind this shoe was Aaron Cooper. So what do you guys think about this shoe? I mean, there's a lot going on. There's that huge bubble. I mean, it's freaking heavy. You got the Pippen logo on it. I mean, out of all of them, I like the all white pair, but this is just so, like, the black and white is just so classic, right? You got that red bubble, the red swoosh right here. I mean, like I said, I don't know how he wore this when he played. It's just crazy. But straight 90s, right? Straight 90s. You could just see it. 90s written all over it. So this pair, as you can see, I've never wore it. I would not be doing this all over it if I wore it. I'm a clean freak. So this is a brand new. I have not had a chance to wear it. They actually did retro them. I want to say back in 2018. I'm not sure if this was the another different colorways or this colorway in particular. I don't remember that. I love this 90s right there. Let me see if I can get it. Nah, it's not gonna get. But it actually says Air. The light's just too bright. But right here it says Air. It's in embroidered into the sole. But what do you guys think about this shoe? Do you remember this shoe? Do you remember this shoe back in the 90s? Do you remember seeing Scottie Pippen playing this in the playoffs? I do. I remember it. And if you remember this shoe, did you ever own it? And if you owned it, did you play basketball in it, or was this just like a street shoe or a shoe to wear around, when you went to places? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you wore this with shorts or if you wore these with jeans. I would like to know, how did you style these? Because to me, it was a very hard shoe to style. That's why I originally got rid of it. But, like I said, it kicked myself in the butt, so I had to purchase it again. Glad to have this in the collection. I will not sell this because it's just one of those shoes that I feel like I have to have in the collection. But yeah, definitely a clean shoe, a crazy shoe, a heavy shoe. You definitely wouldn't want to go to Disneyland in this shoe. God, you would be exhausted by within maybe a few hours because it's just so freaking heavy. But yeah, let me know. Drop a comments down below. I would like to know. Shout out to the Nike Air Pippen. I love this shoe. Simply ravishing right here. Shout out to Ravishing Rick Rude. Look him up if you guys don't know who he is. Man, great wrestler right there. So I love the Pippen one. Definitely. Thank you again for coming in, for joining Mr. Wonderful in his sneaker factory, in his sneaker profile. I appreciate you. Shout out to RIP Paul Orndorff, the original Mr. Wonderful. Shout out to him. Going off topic, so let me bring it back. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is sneaker profile number 34 right here. What do you guys think about it? Drop a comment down below. Let me know. Let me know what you think about the Air Pippen line. There wasn't very many of them, but the ones I do remember, classics. But like I said, number 35 will be coming in shortly. That will be actually number 1 from my list. My favorite shoe out of those 5 that I showed in that sneaker live back in November 18th of 2021. These were all those shoes from the 90s, the shoes that reminded me of high school, reminded me of middle school. These are these shoes. So tune in to number 1, but also really sneaker profile number 35 in the entire catalog. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I will catch you soon, but better late than never. But until then, you guys stay blessed, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the next one.